Thinking about it.
Shut up and sit down.
Hello and welcome in to Pardon Me, Alex. Here we are. Man, it's been a long week and we are behind. Yes, obviously, as you can see from the title of this episode, it is a 3-game catch-up episode. We've just had a lot going on, but officially I am off for 3 weeks starting today at noon. And so I will have plenty of time to devote to hopefully getting us caught up on all the things we've said we were going to do for the past 3 months.
Love that for you. I wish I was off 3 weeks starting.
You know, I'm gonna get like 1 week down, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm bored. Give me something to do. Because it's always great. It always sounds wonderful. And like when we were students, like a whole month off for Christmas breaks was just amazing. But now, like as an adult, I'm starting to get, a little stir crazy. So 3 weeks sounds great in reality, but when you're like us, you kind of start getting a little stir crazy and you're like, okay, I need to get back to routine. I need to get back to having my ducks in a row and my eggs in a basket. So anyway, enough about me. We have a lot to talk about today, and we have 3 games that we're going to be discussing along with our co-host over there, Scotty Pippin, who's not even looking at the camera.
Never. He just wants to be here.
He just wants to be involved. Bless his little heart. But yeah, so welcome to Pardon Me, Alex, SFA's only Lumberjack basketball podcast. We have 3 games we are discussing today: UTA, UTRGV, and ULM. We will do them in that order, and we're not gonna hold you back any longer. We're gonna get cranking on this right meow. So, starting with the first game, UTA. Oh, there he is. Oh God. Oh, God.
All right. So Saturday, November 29th, we did play. That was the Saturday right after Thanksgiving. We played UTA at College Park Center in Arlington. Laura and I made the trip. Alex was out of town on a different fun trip. So Laura and I and her son, we made the trip up. We went to now he's gone. Alumni pregame that was hosted by Matt Adkins. A lot of people there. We saw a lot of our friends. We did meet a former SFA men's basketball legend, Archie Myers. So that was exciting. And one of our former players was also at the game, Davion Scott.
Oh.
The previous couple of seasons we had. And so that was fun. One of his high school teammates was pretty much like the best player for UTA. So.
Oh, cool. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. So general history, background info on UTA and our previous matchup history with them. We had 20 wins and 27 losses. The last matchup against them, we lost 109-78 in Vegas in 2024. Largest margin of victory was 110-77 in 1995. And the smallest margin of victory was just 1 point, 65-64 in 97. So this game, same starters per usual: Keon, CC Cam, Gerald Latif. We did lose by 5 points, 66-61, and their attendance was 1,275.
Yeah. So since I wasn't there, I really don't have a lot to contribute to this one. So it's all going to be Jacqueline. But yeah, I hated missing it. Last year when we played UTA, it was an absolute, I don't even know how to describe it. The game was, I feel like, overshadowed by the coach's behavior. And it was just like he took over the show, and I was really hoping that he would be on his better behavior this time. So, but we'll find out.
Wasn't as bad. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, all Jacqueline this episode since I wasn't there. So continue.
So, Sean Kennedy's stat section, our field goal percentage was 42.6. From the three-point line, we were 23.1. Free throws, 75%. We did have 34 points in the paint, 15 points off turnovers, 11 second chance points, only 3 fast break points. And we had 10 bench points. So I will say during this game, the score was tied 4 times and the lead changed 9 times. So very back and forth, very well within our reach. We had 28 total rebounds, 12 offensive, 16 defensive. We had 17 fouls, 10 turnovers. They had 13. Turnovers, we had 5 steals and 6 blocks. Our game leader leading the scoreboard was Keon with 20 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block. Latif right behind him with 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. CC had 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist. And Gerald, per usual, leading us on all the defensive numbers. He had 4 points, 7 rebounds, 5 blocks, 1 steal, and he also had 4 assists. And also Yeti, have to give him a little mention this game because I think these were some of his highest defensive stats. He had 5 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Love to see that. Yeti's been getting in the game more recently. You'll probably see a little bit more of him over the next 2 games we cover as well. He's definitely been in the game more. And again, you can't get better unless you're actually in the game playing competitively. So love to see it. Yeah, Jacqueline, go ahead and do your player of the game.
For this one, I am going to give it to Gerald. It was a great defensive effort. 5 blocks. 7 rebounds, and offensive too. He only scored 4 points, but he had 4 assists as well. So
yeah, that's huge. I know I wasn't there. I didn't watch the game, and so really I can just go off stats. But based off stats, I'm obviously just going to have to give it to our boy Keon for keeping us in the game as much as possible. 20 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. That boy is the shortest guy in the court, and he got a block. I love to see it. Yeah. And again, no shade to Latif, CC, or Gerald, but obviously Gerald is Gerald. I at this point, we know what he can do defensively, and so it's just it's not surprising at this point to see these types of stat lines from him. But at the same time, it's also really, really lovely to see. It's been a long time since we've had this consistent of a shot blocker and rebounder. We've had people who rebound in the past, but this is his role. He knows his role and he does it well. I love it.
Yeah. Love to see it. So feats of strength. I did not rewatch any of these games like I normally do because, like Alex said, we've just been busy. But since we have 3 games fit in one episode, it's going to have to be a little succinct on them anyway. So our free throw percentage was decent, 75%. I also like that we only had 10 turnovers. We handled the ball pretty well. We shot it okay from the field. 42.6 is not bad. Our 3-pointers were not falling. 23.1%. I don't know what else to say. Our rebounds were tight. We just couldn't quite get over the hump, unfortunately.
Yeah. I guess just for continuity purposes, let me just put in the grievance.
Newcomers. The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
Okay. So I guess just my main question in terms of grievances, and I'm sure this is, you probably were going to say this anyway, but like what was, again, I wasn't there, so I don't know. And I didn't watch the game. Again, no time. What would you think was the main reason or kind of catalyst for the L? Like what was our downfall in this game? Was it just they shot 5 more, you know what I mean? They scored 5 more points. And I mean, honestly, it was a really well-matched back and forth game. Or was it, did we make a couple grievous mistakes and that you just couldn't get back from?
I think it was well within our reach to win this game. Like I said, Davion's high school teammate, really, I think he was the only standout on their team. Other than that, the rest of the team, I think all of our players were head and shoulders above better. We weren't hitting from the outside, and I think we relied on that a little too long. We weren't quite getting the rebounds that we should have. You can see our second chance points were kind of low.
Yeah.
And then at the end, we made several runs for it. The lead changed 9 times, but
right.
At the end, we just ran out of time and didn't make the right decisions on a couple of possessions, and then we had to start fouling. So it was
okay. Yeah, I mean, because when I saw that the lead changed 9 times, that in my head, it was like, okay, so it was definitely like a back and forth game there. I didn't know how long it was a back and forth, if it was like throughout the whole game or if it was, towards the end there. But again, we lost by 5, and that there tells me that at the end of the game, like it was anybody's game at the end. And that's really interesting to hear that they really, the rest of the team was kind of just mid and they had just one standout guy. Whereas, when we played UTA in the WAC tournament, they had some real ballers. And they were a force to be reckoned with. And so interesting developments there.
I think pretty much their whole roster was new this season.
Kind of like ours.
If I remember it correctly, I think most of them were new. So,
gotcha. Well, that makes sense. Interesting. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen that we're gonna come with some really close games, and just a couple things there at the end, down there at the end of the game, and it's gonna either be a good choice or a bad choice, and it's gonna cost us the game. You know what I mean? And so that's basketball. That's sports, though. Like.
Yep.
You love it and hate it.
And this was a road game right after Thanksgiving, and I think those are just always tough. So
yeah. I just I hate it for. I love that the fact that we have such a good contingent of fans that come out to the UTA game every single year. At one time I want to give them a W to take home with them, but obviously that's not turning them away from coming to the game because they're still coming to the game. So I love that part of it, but. Just once I would like to go to UTA and serve them a little bit of humble pie. I feel like they just think that, I don't know.
I agree.
Okay. Anywho, all right. Any other comments about this game? Of note? Nah. Okay. So yeah, just one of those games we just write right off and just go on and move on into, our first conference game of the season, which happened versus UTRGV. This has been happening kind of, recently, where we'll start a conference game earlier in the season, not in January, but for some reason we'll schedule it right in the middle of non-conference, because then we'll play like another 1 or 2 or 3 games after that are not conference games. It's very interesting. I don't know why this happens on the schedule. I guess this is just the most the most appropriate time to play them. I don't know if this is just better with their travel. They were already coming up this way to play a game, in the area. Maybe they were going up to Dallas or going to Louisiana. So it just made sense. Hey, we'll play SFA. We'll play you then, because that is a haul to go to come up to our, to our place from our UTRGV, and it's a haul to go down there as well. So I guess you just kind of fit us in when we play them whenever it's most convenient, but it is just weird that we play them in the middle of non-conference, but oh well, here we are. So we played UTRGV Wednesday, December 3rd, William R. Johnson, obviously at home. And then the rest is you.
So in our previous matchup history with UTRGV, we had, going into this game, 8 wins and 3 losses. The last matchup, we won at home 85-75. That was in February. Largest margin of victory was 93-63 in 2022, and the smallest was 85-78 in 2024. For this game, same starting lineup. We did win 73-60. The attendance was 1,513. And for Sean Kennedy's stat section, our field goal percentage, 38.7. Our 3-point percentage was 33.3%. Free throws, 70.8%. We had 26 points in the paint, 9 points off turnovers, 11 second chance points, 8 fast break points, 26 bench points, and a total of 44 rebounds, 11 offensive and 33 defensive. We had 19 fouls, only 7 turnovers, which I think is our record low.
Yeah, that's super low.
Love to see it. Can't tell you how much I love it. And we had 5 steals and 6 blocks. Our game leaders, we had a pretty good spread of the points in this game. So the top 6 are within 4 points of each other. So we had Narit with 13 points, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. Latif with 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. CC with a double-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds. We had Ahmed with 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Keon and Cam both had 9 points. Keon had 7 rebounds and 6 assists, and Cam had 2 rebounds and 1 steal.
What were Gerald's stats?
You know what? That's a great question that I don't have up right now. So if you want to talk about your player of the game, I can pull it up.
Yeah, so listen, this game was great. I was so pleased to see how well we spread around the ball and the points during this game. My player of the game is going to be Ak. So that's Mohammed, Ak Mohammed. He's been kind of quiet playing over the last, X amount of games that we've had so far this season. He'll come in to kind of give Keon a break at the point guard position, and we didn't really see a lot from him yet. And we were hoping that soon we would see kind of a little breakout from him. And I think this game was it. He actually came in with some decent minutes, and Jacqueline said 11 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I mean, and he played well. It was nice to see. It's something that we haven't, again, had to either, where we had, a reliable-ish point guard to come in to relieve our main point guard. It was always let's just leave Keon in the whole game as a workhorse, and let's just hope he freaking can handle it the whole game. It's my God, these guys do need a break at some point. So it was really nice to see Ak finally get some good time, some good minutes, and so that's why I gave him player of the game.
I think I'm glad that you highlighted that, because he definitely deserved a shout out for that game. My player of the game, I will have to give an honorable mention to Keon, because he had, even though he didn't score double digits, he had 7 rebounds and 6 assists. That's wild. Great. I gave it to CC with his, I think that was his first double-double of the season. I could be wrong.
Yes. Yeah, no. We made that comment during the game.
And I'm pretty certain, well, I'm about to pull up the stats, so I'll tell you, but I'm pretty sure he made a couple of free throws this game too, which is something we've been wishing for him. So,
yes, he was actually 100% on his free throws. Listen, we've been struggling at the line at the charity stripe all season up until I would say the UTA game. That was probably the first game of the season that the free throw percentage was actually mildly, actually really good. It was 70%. I mean, that's pretty damn good. But we've been, and again, if you've been following us so far this season, following the team, like, you know that free throws have been kind of like a kryptonite for us, and it's been hard goings watching them at the free throw line. Because normally, you know, when you get fouled, you're excited because you're like, okay, we got some free points coming on the board. But for the first, like, you know, 6 or 7 games of the season, we're like, oh no, we're about to embarrass ourselves at the freaking free throw line because we're not going to make any. And so, and again, this is nothing new. This is we're not saying any state secrets here. Like, everybody knows this. The guys know it. Like, it's not, you know, we're not trying to be jerks, but that's legit how it has been. But yeah, I feel like we've turned a corner, hopefully, on the free throws. And I mean, pretty much everybody that was taking free throws did well. I mean, Latif was 4 to 6. CC was 100%. Keon was 5 to 6. I mean, Rit was 4 out of 6. I mean, Mohammed was 1 out of 3, but still, I mean, that's 1 out of 3. I mean, I'd take that any day. So I'm pleased as punch with that 70% for free throws, even though the, you know, field goal percentage was dog shit. But I'll take it because we've been really struggling. And at the end of the day, we won the game. So
that right there. Yes. And CC wasn't 100% on just like 1 out of 1. He did make 3 out of 3. Thrilled with that. And you know what? I should have added Gerald's stats on the list this time. He had 6 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 blocks. That's insane. He had every single block that we had in that game.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I know. I'm laughing at Kyle's message right here. You're live streaming on the same night the football team is playing a huge game. Come on. Just kidding. Love you guys. Go Jacks tonight. Listen,
we're going to be done in time.
Yeah, we're going to be done in record time. We scheduled this knowing full well the boys were playing at 8:00. We'll be done in plenty of time. I'm not missing that football game to save my life. So we're good. You know what I mean? We're good, Kyle. I love you too. We love you too, buddy. Good to see you, even though not good to hear from you. How about that? Yeah. But yeah, just a good game. Again, early conference game in December. It's hard too, because once December hits, we're starting to get into the winter break, and, you know, students are leaving. Not that they're a ton there to begin with in the first place anyway. I mean, it's a hot take, but it's legit. And it's just people start going on trips, and, you know, the attendance just kind of falls in December because everybody is in 5 different directions and they stop coming. Not because they don't want to come. It's just they're not home, or they're not. I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. Anyway, so it'll be interesting to see how we've been having some really decent crowds, not crazy, but decent enough to where it feels like there's a good contingent of Lumberjack faithful in the stands. But I'll be interested to see now that our next home game is December the 17th, right? Everybody will be on break. I'll be interested to see what the Sawmill looks like. And will we do a Christmas sweater game? ... Don't know. Maybe.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned is right. But yeah, I think this was a great game. Definitely start off on the right foot in conference play. What are your thoughts, Jax?
Yeah, I think it was this was one of the best, I feel like, overall games of everyone's performance that we've had thus far that wasn't against like a D2 or a D3, you know.
Right.
Yeah, 4 players scoring double digits, 2 almost double digits. Got Gerald with a huge defensive game, 8 rebounds, 6 blocks.
Right.
Our entire team, we had 12 assists, which is great, and that's reflected with how many people scored. So I think we were executing well on everything, really.
I agree.
I don't have a whole lot of complaints. I'm sure I can find 1 or 2, but
Yeah, let me dive a little bit deeper into these stats. I'm sure. I mean, I've already voiced one, but yeah, again, for continuity purposes, let's.
Newcomers. The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it. You.
Also, by the way, the official Festivus date is forthcoming. It is on the horizon. Jacqueline, what day is Festivus?
The 23rd.
Put it in your calendar, people, and don't forget to get your aluminum poles down from the attic.
Christmas Eve, better known as Festivus.
Festivus. Anyway, but yeah, so I've already voiced one negative, one drawback. I mean, obviously that field goal percentage is poopy. But I'm not going to dwell on it too much because we still won the game. But believe you me, if we would have lost this game, I would have been fuming. I would have been barking mad.
Yeah, it's ironic. Our field goal percentage this game that we won was worse than the UTA game when we lost. But our 3-point percentage was a whole lot better. And that definitely counts for more.
Yeah, I actually, now that I'm re-looking at the stats, I have a big, I hate calling people out. Like, I don't hate calling people out. Y'all know I don't hate calling people out because I will say names, and I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a bitch. It's Christmas time. Okay. Santa will put me on the naughty list, but I got to say it. Latif 0 from 7 from the 3 line. That to me, I hate that, but we know that he's also dealing with some, feet plantar fasciitis issues, fasciitis. I don't know why I said it like that. Plantar fasciitis issues. So that could be contributing to his bad performance at the 3 or just shooting in general. I'm going to let that slide for this one game. You know what I mean? But
yeah, it's not his usual performance, definitely.
Correct. But that's a glaring thing to me. I'm just like, okay, if you're struggling with a foot thing and that's preventing you from hitting threes, maybe, now just bear with me here, maybe we shouldn't shoot any.
He did make up for it from the field. I will give him that. But for him, 0 of 7 is very out of the norm.
Out of the norm, not great. I didn't not good. Didn't like it. I love you to death, but if you're struggling and you get to 5 and you're like, oh, I'm not making them, maybe just put a pin in it.
Cut off.
You know what I mean? Just put a pin.
Yeah, that's live by the 3, die by the 3 kind of stat.
Girl, I tell you what, I've been using that same mantra, but in other areas, because I don't know if you saw my Snapchat from yesterday, where I took a leisurely stroll from the brewery down to Brendan's barbecue. This was yesterday, so Thursday, everybody. With full intentions of getting a baked potato for myself and Jack. Okay. Before trivia, before we even opened to the public, I was like, I'm going to have my dinner and I'm going to have an amazing baked potato and eat some protein and get some carbs and yum. I missed that they were closing at 4:00 for their holiday party. It was posted all over social media, all over. And me, the one who actually runs social media for a business, who's always on it because it's my job, missed it. So my happy ass walked all the way down there from the brewery and saw the sign and had a, oh, fuck me moment, and then had to walk back in shame. And I literally walked in the door and I yelled out loud. I'm like, live by social media, die by social media.
Oh, okay. So you're substituting other things in. I thought you were saying that you said live by the 3, die by the 3 in like non-relevant basketball situations, and that was even funnier, but I still love it.
That would be funny though if I did. Be like, well, live by 3, die by 3, and it's just like has nothing to do with basketball.
Right.
That would be funny. That would be funny too. But yeah, I was just like, I'm replacing basketball and 3 with other situations that I've been in recently. And that was one of them. I was like, man, you live by the socials, you die by the socials. Me, the social person.
Yeah.
For work, totally. Anyway, I thought it was a total L on my part. And Brendan's, I love you so much, and I really wanted that damn baked potato. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, I mean, listen, when we win a game and we win it pretty decisively, it wasn't like it was a close game by any means. We weren't too concerned about, the score here at the end. I mean, we won by 13 points? What was the score again?
Yeah. So yeah. We were fairly comfy, not.
Yeah, like it wasn't that we were winning by 20, 30 points, but 13 points, I'll take it, especially in a conference matchup. Yeah. It's great. I love it. Starting off conference on the right foot. But yeah, the only real, again, glaring grievance I had was just that was the threes. And I'm just like, okay, guys, cut. Anyway. Any from you?
Our not necessarily grievance, because it does even out, but just if I'm being picky, we didn't have very many points in the paint, only 26. However, we were hitting from the 3-point line pretty well, so not upset about that, because makes up more points to make 3-pointers than 2 in the lane. But overall, very happy with the game.
Yep, same. All right, moving on, game 3.
All right, so this one was Sunday afternoon game, Sunday fun day. It was Sunday, December 7th at William R. Johnson against ULM. In our previous matchup history with ULM going into this game, we had 18 wins and 30 losses. Y'all know we always struggle with ULM. However, the last matchup was last season. We won in Monroe, 68-60. That was last November. So that was real nice. Alex and I were there for that game. We were very pleased. Bunch of Matt Heyman's family was there. He had a great game. Mm-hmm. Anyway, largest margin of victory against ULM was 60-36 in 2010. But also, same year, smallest margin of victory was only 1 point, 65-64.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Since this is the last game of our 3-game episode, you want to do the SLC standings?
I will indeed. I have them pulled up ready to go. So starting off with number 1 in the Southland Conference as of today, it is this little school called SFA. I don't know if you've heard about it.
You mean SF Austin?
I do mean SF Austin. And listen, we've been asking and begging ESPN for years. I don't know where everybody thought that just by, you know how much I love Coach Carthel, but do you think that we haven't been asking ESPN for an SFA score bug for a decade plus? That one video.
Love it, though.
I love it too.
He's like, anytime I get in front of the camera, I'm going to ask about it.
Literally. I mean, here, we're on camera right now. I would love ESPN, if you're listening, which they never. But if this gets around, I would love for SFA to have the score bug as SFA. SFASU. SFA, 3. I mean, if you can only handle 3 letters, SFA.
Yeah.
Super easy. Not difficult. A fucking child could do it. Listen, a child could do this. But I knew there was no chance on God's green earth. There was 0 chance. I had no faith in ESPN. We've only been asking for a decade plus for them to switch it over, and it was not going to happen. And I love the effort from Coach. I love it, but it was just not going to happen because we already got a screen grab score bug thing from ESPN today that said SF Austin versus Montana.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know if it's going to take somebody literally infiltrating ESPN headquarters and Mission Impossible style coming down from the ceiling and like typing into a computer. But I don't know. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I just know it. So I appreciate the effort from everyone and all the tags of ESPN, but it's not going to happen. I would have put zero money down that it was going to happen. None.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywho. Oh, sorry. So the rest of us, nobody else matters. Honestly, it's just us. So SFA obviously in first at 7-2. HCU is in second at 5-4. A&M Corpus Christi 3-5. Nichols 2-7. Then you have McNeese at 8-2, which again, I hate that they do this because it's confusing that why they're at 8-2, but it's because they're 1-1 in the Southland. Everyone else above them is 1-0 in the Southland. It's confusing. So that's, again, whatever. Anyway, then you have New Orleans at 3-7, Northwestern State at 2-7, UIW at 5-5, East Texas A&M 5-4, Lamar 5-4, Southeastern 3-6, and UTRGV at 3-6. So there you go.
There we go.
There.
So for this game, same starters. We did win 96-76. The attendance was 982, which I guess isn't terrible for a Sunday afternoon. Sean Kennedy's stat section: field goal percentage 55.1, 3-point percentage 42.9, free throws 61.5, points in the paint 48, points off turnovers 13, second chance points 12, fast break points 13, bench points also 48, total rebounds 41, 11 offensive, 30 defensive. We had 18 fouls, 8 turnovers. They had 9 turnovers. We had 6 steals and 4 blocks. Game leaders, we had Keon leading the way with 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. We had Britt with 17 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. And Yeti with 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists.
Love to freaking see it, man. That last one right there makes me happy.
Yeah.
What the heck? Where did it all go? I just pulled it up. Oh, yeah. All my stats went away. I literally just had them up on my computer and they all just went away. Like the last 3 games didn't happen. Okay, ULM. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, so let me tell you, I love this stat line. I love it. I love it so much. The Yeti with 12 points, crazy.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. I mean, 3 guys in double digits, I'll take it any day of the week. Obviously, we got the dub. I mean, the last game, UTRGV, we had multiple guys with points, and I loved the sharing of the ball with that. But like, this was a completely different game with a completely different, opponent. And listen, like Keon with the 25 points, love to see it. Rit with the 17, great. But I gotta give it to. I just gotta give it to Yeti. I'm sorry, I gotta give it to Yeti because this is his game. This is This is the first game he's played where he made not saying he didn't make contributions when he was in before, because I mean little things here and there, but like 12 points is 12 points.
Yeah, he's in the top scores. So
that's what I'm saying. That's big. So I'm gonna give it to him. I love confidence growing in him. I love anytime when he's in. Like I'm his biggest supporter. Like in the scans, I'm like, I want to see you do well because I think he has it in him to do well and like be a game changer and a force. I mean, he's a bigger guy. He's probably he's the biggest guy on our team in terms of space, like weight, right? Not necessarily in height, but like in poundage. And so I feel like he can make a difference down there in the paint. And so we just need to get him to get more time. I love it.
I agree. I'm glad you said that. I had to give it to Keon for this one, but I was going to give Yeti honorable mention. But Keon with the 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah. Rit and Keon, obviously, shout out to them. But personally, I just had to give it to Yeti just because.
Yeah, that's the most confident and aggressive that he's looked.
Yes. So. I love to see it. I love to see confidence and aggressiveness in a positive way. Like, obviously, I don't want to see someone who's super aggressive and then not making anything with it. Because I'm just like, you're just expelling energy for what? For why? Nothing. You know what I mean? So, but again, good moves to the basket. He made some really great rebounds and the 2 assists too. Really, I love to see it. And there were a few that were off target in terms of assisting. But I love the effort and I love the attempts. You know what I mean? Hold on, we got a comment from Brian. How on earth do we only manage to get a little over 900 people to a basketball game, especially with a team that's so exciting to watch while being super competitive regardless of who they play? It's maddening, honestly. You know, we agree, Brian. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. I mean, it was a big football weekend. There were people in town by the droves. And it's obvious that nobody wanted to stick around except for a few of you for basketball at 2:00 on a Sunday. I'm like, even, I mean, it's a 2-hour game for the most part. I mean, you're leaving by 4, you're still getting home at a decent hour, even if you came from Dallas.
Yeah.
Like, come on, people. This team is so good and they need people in the stands. And it is maddening, Brian. I wish we had answers for you.
Yeah, we wish we could change that, but
yeah.
I was happy with pretty much every stat this game. The ones that I wasn't, I'll say for the grievances, but field goal percentage over 55, a 3-point percentage that's almost 43%. Are you kidding me? Almost 50 points in the paint. Almost 50 bench points. Oh, every player on our roster got to play this game except for Johan, and we did find out that he is redshirting this season. So very happy to know that. So everyone who was eligible to play on the roster played in this game.
Right. I'm glad you mentioned that. And that is a huge feat of strength for me, and I know it is for Jacqueline. I mean, if we're ahead by a decent enough amount with time left on the clock, I love that some of the guys who normally don't get in are gonna get a little bit of minutes and a few points. And I mean, Bryson came in and did. Was that this game or UTRGV?
No, this is the game that Bryson did really well.
Yeah, and he came in and he scored a basket. That's why I was like, was this that game? Man, I swear, like,
I think he just scored 4 points.
It says he scored 2, but I thought he scored more than that.
He might have taken another shot that was really close.
Maybe. Yeah. But yeah, everybody got in, everybody played. I mean, Christian scored, Eltramon scored. Oh, Eltramon's basket. Oh my God, his dunk. That was great.
Yeah, I love that kid. Real glad to see him getting back in the mix some.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, the more guys we can get in the game and like give them some confidence and like feel that they have people supporting them and that they can break out a little bit and actually enjoy this game and do well as we know they can play, because we know El can play. Like, we know he can do it. So it's just getting him back into the groove. You know what I mean? Mom wants to know who Yeti is. So it's not.
It's GEDI.
Yes.
The G is pronounced as a Y.
Yes.
Yeah, we have trouble with his name, so that is the nickname.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, that's just as I mean, I got nothing. But anyway, but he's from Lithuania, so we got to do what we can do in terms of
pronunciation. Yeah.
Name pronunciation. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so great showing from the Jacks against a team that we have struggled with in the past. I mean, last year we finally beat them in so long on their home court, which was amazing. And Jacqueline mentioned earlier. And so I feel like maybe finally we're like turning the tides against ULM. You know, they've always been a thorn in our side, whether it's home or away. So that was really, really nice to get a good, solid, again, resounding win versus a team that we've historically struggled with badly. I mean, a 20-point win. I mean, mama, like,
I definitely love a game that we are ahead enough securely that everyone on the roster can get in, because like we harp on, obviously we want to win games. Who doesn't? But everybody on the roster's got to get on the floor to get experience.
Oh, for sure.
You know, fulfill their potential, you know?
Oh, for sure. You know who else that got on the floor for some really good minutes, and I was loving every effing minute of it? Marcus Scurry. I mean, 15 minutes, he scored 7 points. I mean, he even hit a 3, for Christ's sakes. I love that little kiddo. He is adorable, and I think he can be really good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't mean for that. I don't mean like I'm like whispering like it's a state secret or something, but like I think he can be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I feel like some of the aspects of his style of play somewhat remind me of John Como sometimes a little bit.
Yeah. No, you know what? I see that a lot.
I've seen little glimmers of it.
I agree. If we can, if we have the second coming of Johnny Boy, I won't be mad. I won't be mad. One iota. Okay, good. Love. Okay, anything other positive before we move on to grievances?
I don't think so.
Okay, awesome. So let me, for continuity and posterity purposes.
Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it.
You. Okay.
I honestly really only have one for this game, and it's free throws.
Yeah.
We can only be on top for a second, and then we gotta dive right back down to 61.5%.
Listen, I mean, we were gonna eat our word. I mean, I knew when we started this podcast that I was gonna talk so highly on the free throws for UTRGV. Be like, maybe we've turned a corner, and then knowing exactly what was coming at the next game, I'm like, I'm gonna have to just eat my words. And I've done that multiple times already this season, that I've had to say something one game and then totally like eat my words the next game. Here we are.
Full of surprises.
This season will be nothing short of a roller coaster ride in terms of surprises, because we just don't know. We don't know. Like every game, it's something new, which is fun, but also kind of anxiety driven. But here we are. Yeah, I agree. The
61 is not good.
No, it's not. But a few other things I did want to bring attention to. I hate that we had 18 personal fouls to their 10. I don't know. I feel like this game was very personal, how heavy. I mean, it was obvious. I mean, we had 18 to their 10. It felt like every whistle was ours. Every whistle.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. But on the 3-game episode, it's kind of hard to remember which is which. But
I know.
This was a game that I had some complaints with the referees, which I try not to do often. But one of them was just really terrible, and I had multiple grievances with him. He kept calling someone else's call that wasn't in his area, which anybody who's an official knows that's just like a foundational no-no. There was a time that CC went down hurt and literally They let us go the length of the court and back, and one of their guys pretty much almost had to step over him to make the layup before the referee called the whistle. And then, like 10 minutes later in the game, a shoe comes off for like a millisecond, and he's blown the whistle.
Yeah, the CC thing really, really sent me over the edge.
Yeah. At the end, he called a foul on one of our guys and they put the wrong player on the free throw. Well, I mean, I'm not even going to say the wrong player because I don't think there was a foul to begin with, but I digress. They let a player on the other team shoot one free throw, and then we're like, oh, that's the wrong person. It wasn't the one who got fouled. So start over, put this other guy on the line to shoot two. And the fouls were just very unbalanced. All the ULM roster had a great proclivity for traveling every time they got the ball. I mean, this Euro step went into Asia and not a whistle to be blown.
That's such a good joke.
It just came right out. Yeah, they were not
a joke.
Not the best.
Yeah, I mean, all the other things that you mentioned were a big grievance for me, but the CC thing sent me over the edge. I was already hot about the barrage of personal fouls on our side and then like the none on their side. But the CC thing really sent a lot of us over the edge. I mean, the fact that you have a player who got elbowed in the face, in the mouth, okay, on the ground, in obvious pain and potential for, I mean, hell, he could have got a concussion because he hit his head on the freaking court. You don't know, but he's on the ground and you're standing a few feet from him and you look over and you see him on the ground and you do nothing and you let the play continue and the ball and the player is coming back down the court. And the fact that he literally, as Jacqueline said, almost stepped over him to make a basket, and then you call for stoppage?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? I was flabbergasted. The fact that he literally looked over and put eyeballs on CC and still didn't blow his whistle.
It was
about to hop over that damn barrier and cause a ruckus because I was like, do not cause more injury to that boy. I'm about to come over there and whip that whistle right off your neck.
Yeah, it was really shocking, and obviously like 95% of my grievance on that is towards that one official. However, I am going to put some burden of responsibility on that player as well because
he could have stopped.
Sorry, but it's bad form when he had plenty of space on that fast break. He could have done a left-handed layup and not been like almost stepping over him, but he's going to do a right-handed layup like a foot from stepping over the injured player on the floor. I mean, that's just bad taste in my opinion.
Also, it's just bad taste in general. Like, you saw him on the ground, like in pain. You could have stopped. Like,
yeah, well, I'm not going to put that on the player. The referee should have blown the whistle. Like, if it's
that, but like,
I
mean, good sportsmanship. Like, I mean, if that was, put yourself in their shoes. If that was you on the ground, wouldn't you have been like, hey man, like, I don't know, stop play, like stop running down the court, like anybody, Christ. I mean, and you mean to tell me none of the refs on the other, like when they came back down, noticed it and then blew the whistle? You mean nobody saw this? Like, no, you're so full of shit.
It was just bad all around.
Yeah, that's just bad, poor form on everybody, honestly. Bad sportsmanship and also just poor form, bad. I mean, whatever. But yeah, CC got elbowed in the freaking mouth and, you know, is in pain and thankfully didn't lose a tooth like Keon did. But anyway.
All teeth remaining intact.
Yeah, but geez, I mean, if anybody's ever been hit in the mouth before, yeah. I have. It's not great. You feel like you feel like you've lost teeth.
You're like
you're just like trucking your mouth like, are they there? Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, it is so and then you have a headache and, you know, your head is pounding, not just by getting hit in the mouth with an elbow, but also hitting your head on the court. Anyway, I'll end it there. It was just that was my biggest grievance of that entire game. I was pissed. Any hooser. What else? Anything else?
No, that's it for me on that one.
Okay, good. Same. All right. So, wow. I think this is a record. 3 episodes in under an hour. That is wild. Although I would be remiss if we didn't mention what we talked about earlier, Kyle's comment, the Jacks playing tonight at 8:00. I know this is basketball and you tune in for basketball, but God bless America. This hasn't happened for us in a really long time, guys. The fact that we are in the 3rd round of a football playoff and we have the potential to, if again, knocking on wood, if we win tonight and South Dakota wins, we could get a home game again.
That would be
what? A 4th round playoff home game? Wow. Anyway, that just makes me extremely excited, and God, I hope so. But we have to win tonight. So wherever you guys are at, whatever you're doing, 8:00, tune in. And again, this is another reason why we're playing on a Friday night, is so that we can get this ESPN spot to play on national TV. God, we don't embarrass ourselves. Anyway, it's
on ESPN1, you guys.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the number 1 spot. Like, you know what I mean? This is ESPN Uno, not even plus. We're on Uno, not even on 2, not even on the U. We're on
ESPN OG.
OG, yeah. So fingers crossed that it's a good game and a good showing, and I'm just happy and pleased as punch that we're playing in the 3rd round. So no matter what happens, I'm proud of our school, I'm proud of our team, I'm proud of coach, and so let's just hope it's a good game, and you know what I mean. Here for it. So no matter where you're at, if you want to go watch if you want to see if there's a local watch party somewhere near you in Texas, I know that the Alumni Association posted a list. I know that there's a list floating around somewhere on the you went to SFA Facebook page. So yeah, if you were wanting to go watch it with other lumberjacks, check out that page. The local watch party in Nacogdoches is at Buffalo Wild Wings. I will be most likely sitting my happy butt right there in my living room watching the game. But yeah, I'm super excited to cheer on our boys, and I hope it's a good game. But yeah, so go Jacks. Our next home game is on December 17th. This is basketball. We're back to basketball. December 17th at home. We are playing who, Jacqueline?
That's a great question.
I knew I was going to catch you off guard. I knew I was going to catch you off guard. I'm pretty sure we're playing. It's like University of Tech something.
Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Texas A&M Corpus Christi.
It is an 8:00 game, and the Lady Jacks are playing before us at 5:30, also against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. So,
a double header.
5:30 and catch a double header. Lady Jacks, Lumberjacks. It's been a long week. Sorry, my brain is like almost out of gas.
Oh yeah, I am on fumes right now. I came home we got out of work early at 12. We were released early, which it doesn't really matter for me. I didn't even have to go up there anyway. But I went up there because I was getting a facial at the East Texas Cosmetology College for $10.
Nice.
I know one of my mutual friends is in school there. So, and asked if anybody would like to come and, let her practice. And I'm like, sure, for $10. I volunteer as tribute. So I was going up there anyway. And so after my facial, I was so tired. I was so relaxed. I almost fell asleep driving home. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was so relaxed. So I came home and immediately passed out in my bed for like 2.5 hours. And I wake up and I text Jacqueline. I'm like, oh my God, I just woke up from a nap. I'll get the podcast link up real soon. Sorry. Like I was dead to the world. Anyway.
I love those kind of naps.
Oh, dead to the world. And I mean, under a cocoon of my winter comforter and no light and darkness. Oh, it was so good. Anyway, I digress. So now I'm awake and bing, ready to go.
Ready to cheer on football.
Yay. So yeah, a doubleheader sounds great on Wednesday. That's exciting. But yeah, so I'm excited to be off for 3 weeks. We'll finally get some merch, new designs on the store because now I'll have time to do it. And I'm just excited for the next 3 weeks of nothing.
Love that for you.
It's going to be great. Okay. I hope you all have a wonderful night. You stay warm. It's going to get cold in Texas this weekend. Let's see. Oh, wait, we got one final little comment from DDT. I'm hopeful that Purple Haze will put the same intensity into William R. Johnson in February when the conference race heats up. They exceeded expectations at Homer Bryce. With a little effort, we could get 1,000 to 2,000 students up in our, in William R. I agree. They've been great at football. I just need them to replicate what they've been doing at football and bring them down to the Coliseum. I don't understand the disconnect. I truly don't. It's not like there's football and basketball on at the same time.
Yeah.
So what they're doing at football is fantastic. And I just want them to bring that now energy and that vibe down to William R. Johnson. So fingers crossed that when the school returns in January, that the first game back, that'll happen. I don't know what I need to do or say or what we need to do or say to get that across to the Hayes, but the vibes can be immaculate in both places. So here we are. Okay. But yes, stay warm this weekend. It's going to get chilly in Texas. Put on your long johns and your flannel PJs. And we hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And again, go Jacks, and go Jacks. Have a wonderful night. And as always, Axe and Jacks.
With Alex and Jax.
Later, taters.